All right, good morning, math students. Today we are going to learn how to calculate tax, tip, and commissions. We'll start with taxes. Sales tax is additional money charged on certain purchases. Money is collected by the government for things that they fund, like roads, police and fire, and other types of programs. Sales tax rates depends on the location. In Michigan, we only have a statewide sales tax, and the rate is 6%. To calculate total cost when an item is taxable, you first multiply the cost of the item by the tax percentage in decimal form, and that will give you the amount of taxes to be collected. To calculate the total cost, you would add the purchase price or the sale price of the item with the amount of tax to be collected. In the example shown here, it says to figure sales tax of 5% on a $2 item, you multiply $2 times 0.05, which is 10 cents, and then you add that amount to the actual price of the item for a total of $2.10. Here are a couple of examples. In the first example, the sales tax rate is 6% and the stapler is $12. We'll multiply $12 times 0.06, which is 72 cents. So the amount of tax to be collected is 72 cents, and the purchase price is $12, the cost of the stapler plus the taxes, 72 cents, for a total of $12.72. In the next example, you're trying to find the purchase price of a TV that costs $105 with a sales tax rate of 7%. So we'll start by multiplying 105 times 0.07, which is $7.35. Then you can add 105 plus $7.35. So we would add these two amounts for a total of $112.35 for the TV. Besides finding the total cost of an item given the sales tax rate, we can figure out what the sales tax rate is based on the price of the item and the total that you are charged once you get up to the cash register. So here the difference between the sunglasses, the sale price is $10 and then the actual purchase price came to $10.45. So the difference between those two amounts is 45 cents. So what we want to ask ourselves is, okay, well, 45 cents is what percent of $10? So we would take that sentence and translate that into an equation. 45 cents is what percent, that's our unknown, of is multiply $10. Now to solve for x, we're going to isolate the variable, divide by 10 on both sides. Remember, dividing by 10 is just a shift of the decimal left one place. So the sales tax rate is 45 thousandths as a decimal, but we want to write that as a percent. So we are now going to multiply the decimal by 100, which is moving the decimal back to the right 2 places. So the tax rate here, wherever the sunglasses are purchased, is 4.5%. Next, we'll look at tips. Tips are additional money paid for a service. So the most common place that you see tips would be when you go to a restaurant and you tip the server for providing the service of bringing your meal to you. A tip is based on a percentage of the cost of the service, and in this case, it's typically up to the consumer on how much that they'd like to give. Most people tip between 15 and 20% at a restaurant. To calculate tips, you multiply the tip amount in decimal form to get the amount of the tip to be added to the subtotal. Then you add that amount to the subtotal, and that would be what you actually pay. Most people use rounded numbers to estimate a tip. Here, the question is, what is the total? So your food receipt came to $25, and you want to leave a 15% tip. Since we want to figure out what 15% is, a good place to start, a benchmark that I like to use, is 10%. Since 10% is taking a tenth of the number, all we have to do is move the decimal to the left one place. 10% is $2.50 then. If 10% is $2.50, the other 5% is half of that amount. Half of $2.50 is $1.25. So to find the total, 15%, we would add the 10% amount and the 5% amount for a total of $3.75. Some people might leave that exact amount, others might round up. Just depends on how you felt about the service. Here it says to estimate a 20% tip on each of the following food bills. So the first bill is $42.95. Most people would just round that to $43. Since we're leaving 20% here, we would find 10% first, which is $4.30. We just shift the decimal left one place. And then we can double $4.30, which gives us $8.60. So some people might leave exactly that amount. Others might just leave $8. Some might round up to $9. It just depends on the person and the service and how they feel about leaving that amount of money. The next one, we've got $31.77. So we would probably round this bill to $32. Then we would find 10% first, which is $3.20. If 10% is $3.20, then we would double that amount, $3.20 plus $3.20, which gives us $6.40. And again, some people would probably leave exactly $6.40. Others might round it to $6.50. Anywhere from $6 to $7 would probably be a good amount to leave. And then the last thing in this lesson is commission. Commission is a percentage of money based on the value of an item that would be paid to a salesperson for selling that item. Commission is usually a percentage of the sales price. Some people work strictly on commission, but others work on, they get a salary, so they get a base pay plus commission as more like a bonus for whatever they're selling. Some examples of people who work on commission include real estate agents who sell homes, car salesmen, furniture salespeople. There's others as well. To calculate commission, just like we've done in the past, we're going to multiply the sales price by the commission rate in decimal form to get the amount of the commission. So for straight commission, meaning the person just gets commission, you take their the sales, whatever they sold, you multiply that by their commission rate, and that would equal their earnings. In this example, we want to figure out what the commission would be for a real estate agent who gets 5% commission, and he sold a home for $300,000. I know that this thought bubble kind of got cut off here, but the question I'm looking at is first, what is 10% of 300,000? And since he's getting 5% commission, we would just cut that amount in half. So if we want to know 10% of 300,000, I'm going to take that decimal and I'm going to shift it left one place. That would give us 30,000. Half of 30,000, or divide 30,000 by 2, is 15,000. So the real estate agent gets $15,000 based on the sale of a $300,000 home at 5% commission. And our last example today, figure out the commission. Mark sold a motorcycle that cost $20,800 and he'll get 10% commission. He also sold a $60,000 car that will earn 5% commission. The first part of this problem says how much commission will he get for the motorcycle? Since it was a $20,800 sales, we're going to take that decimal and we are going to shift it to the left one place. So that would give us 2,080. And then as far as the car goes, it sold for $60,000 and he gets 5%. So I would still start with that 10% benchmark because it's just a shift of the decimal. So I'm going to put the decimal at the end where it isn't a whole number, shift it left one place. That gives us $6,000. And then when we divide that by 2 to get 5%, that equals $3,000. So as far as which one, the last question, which vehicle earned him more commission, that would be the car. Okay, so to recap, today you learned how to calculate tax, tip, and commission. Remember, when you multiply the percentage rate, change it to a decimal first, and then that would give you the taxable amount or the commission amount. And then typically you would add on to a sales price or a purchase price in order to calculate a total. With commission, that's a little bit different, but you can generally think of most of these in the same way, that it's multiplying a percentage of an amount.